This is only the beginning. The beginning of the end.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're explaining the Stranger Things Season 4 ending and what comes next.
Chrissy, this is from you.
For this video, we're breaking down where the latest season of this Netflix show leaves us and how it could lead into its future. And of course, if you're not caught up on all episodes of Season 4, beware of major spoilers ahead. What do you want to see in the 5th and final season? Let us know in the comments. In keeping with all of Season 4, the final episode, called The Piggyback, sees our protagonists largely separated. In doing so, they launch what is essentially a 4-quadrant attack on Ceres' big bad Vecna, aka Henry Creel, aka 1.
Sorry, what are we calling him now?
1.
Vecna.
1.
Henry. Right.
4 is an important number in the season, as it's also the amount of kills Vecna needs to realize his goal. As such, our heroes enact their plan by playing into his.
You will be the chosen one. The fourth, the final sacrifice. It's going to be you
That breaks the world.
Max puts herself in an unconscious trance as a way to bait Vecna and distract him long enough for the others to kill him. But of course, in proper Scooby-Doo fashion, it doesn't all go entirely according to plan.
Eddie, stop! 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 Eddie, what are you doing?
Buy more time.
While distracting the demo bats from the main action, Eddie tragically loses his life. Meanwhile, Max's Vecna nightmare isn't going well, requiring her to get an assist from Elle.
You are brave, Maxine. Much braver than your brother. But in the end, you are weak.
Thankfully, Elle's able to put herself in the void from hundreds of miles away and piggyback off Max's experiences, hence the title of the episode. This allows Elle to essentially join the mental battle against Vecna, giving the others more time to complete the mission. However, even Elle needs an assist, as Mike proclaims to her unconscious body that he loves her.
I love you on your good days. I love you on your bad days. I love you with your powers. I love you without your powers. I love you for exactly who you are. You're my superhero.
This sets off a chain reaction that turns the tide in favor of our heroes. Elle, now fully motivated, breaks free of Vecna's binds and rescues Max before the former can finish her.
You have already lost.
No. You have.
Meanwhile, in Russia, Murray torches the Demogorgon, sending a shockwave through Vecna's hive mind and releasing Steve, Nancy, and Robin from their own binds in the Upside Down. They are then able to set Vecna's physical body ablaze before shooting it out of the attic, seemingly killing him. This would otherwise be a victory for the protagonists, but Max succumbing to her wounds changes everything.
4 times. Max.
With the advent of Vecna's 4th kill, 4 huge fissures to the Upside Down begin to open up in the real world, convening in the center of Hawkins. Elle is fortunately able to psychically restart Max's heart, but it's otherwise too late for the sleepy Indiana town. In the coming days, residents have come to assume the massive earthquake was nothing but that, though they do blame Eddie for all the misfortune that's come upon them.
A growing chorus believes the 2 recent tragedies are linked, claiming the Munson murders opened a doorway between worlds. A doorway, they say, into hell itself.
However, they're about to get an even ruder awakening as the Upside Down soon begins to flood in through the cracks. The episode ends on this cliffhanger, leading into Season 5. Though the Duffer Brothers have yet to start scripting as of this publication, they've already given us a good indication of what Season 5 will entail. Essentially, what with it being the final season, It's a fair assessment that all hell will break loose, literally.
Mom, it's snowing!
What's even more interesting is the report from Ross Duffer himself that Season 5 will likely have another time jump, ostensibly longer than the usual narrative year or so between seasons. Fans have continually pointed out, especially in later seasons, that the young cast doesn't quite look young enough to play their characters' ages.
This is Hellfire Club, not Babysitting Club.
I'm 11, you long-haired freak.
My. The child speaks.
Assuming this time jump is indeed longer than usual, this could finally allow the characters to catch up to their actors, at least to a believable extent. Still, seeing as Season 4 takes place in 1986, we can't imagine Season 5 going too far ahead and leaving the decade behind, as it wouldn't really be Stranger Things without the 1980s. As far as how the time jump will affect the plot, a whole slew of possibilities open up. For starters, we imagine Hawkins will be completely evacuated in place of a heavy military presence. Though the secret of the Upside Down will effectively be out in terms of the government at large, we've yet to know what effect this will have on the world. Presumably, our characters will be far away from Hawkins when Season 5 begins, only to have to return to close the doorway once and for all. They'll also likely have Vecna to contend with again, as Will has all but confirmed his survival.
Now that I'm here, in Hawkins, I can feel him. And he's hurt. He's hurting. But he's still alive.
The leap forward in time will also likely have far-reaching implications on character relationships as well. As much as the show seemed to intimate early on that Jonathan and Nancy were endgame, Season 4 all but solidified the notion that the pendulum is swinging back in favor of Steve.
Are we okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's just... it's hard.
Though they don't admit it, clearly things are not all right between Jonathan and Nancy. We don't know if the college storyline will continue in Season 5, but we imagine Nancy's feelings for fan favorite Steve will continue to grow.
I always had this dream that I'd have this really big family. I'm talking like a full brood of Harringtons, like 5, 6 kids.
6?
Yeah, 6 little nuggets.
The time jump likely won't be long enough for them to have 6 little Harrington nuggets, but who knows? Maybe in a series-ending epilogue. One relationship we're pretty sure about, though, is the burgeoning one between Robin and Vicky. Just look at them. They're so cute.
It's a gift.
Oh,
You're welcome.
for me? Oh, you really shouldn't
Oh,
have.
but I did.
Oh,
but I did.
I just don't even deserve it.
There's also the dangling plot thread of Max, who remains in a coma after being brought back to life.
Doctors don't know how. They say it's a miracle.
Considering the otherworldly nature of her temporary demise, it's not inconceivable to say that it will take something similar to bring her back completely. And it could very possibly have something to do with Vecna.
Don't be afraid. Try and stay very still. It will all be over soon.
Fans have already theorized about this, calling back to the flashback with Henry at Hawkins' lab as evidence. After killing all the other test subjects, Henry lets Eleven know that they're still with him mentally.
They're still with me. Here.
It could be that Max's soul or consciousness is similarly there, needing to be unleashed in order to wake up. Or perhaps this is Vecna's last link to the real world, should his corporeal body really be destroyed. As much as we're used to Will being a conduit for the Upside Down, maybe in Season 5 it'll be Max's turn.
I'm here, Max.
Another thing to keep in mind is the potential for Stranger Things spin-offs.
Do you want a tax receipt form?
No, I don't think that we need one. Thank you, though. But is there anything else that we can do to help?
While Season 5 has been confirmed to be the show's last, that doesn't mean it's the end for the world at large, especially with it being essentially Netflix's golden goose. The Duffer Brothers have already teased the possibility of spin-off series, even if they're wildly different from what we're acquainted with. Any idea as to what they'd entail is entirely speculation at this point. But judging by the success of Season 4, we're sure that the future of Stranger Things is bright no matter what.
Well, what do you think?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.